more than that. Yes, people, welcome back. Today we are going to have the revision of what? Yes. What are we going to have? We are going to have the revision of combination topic. Okay, it's a very quick revision. I'll give you some certain questions. Based on the question, I'll try to revise the entire topic. Now, if you ask me, we already studied about permutation. Permutation formula was NPR is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Now we are going to talk about combination. When are we talking about combination? Whenever selection is involved, we are talking about combination. Whenever arrangement is involved, we are talking about permutation. Now people, for combination, NCR is equal to NPR divided by R factorial. Now, if I give you one question, 5C2, what will be the way to write the answer? 5C2 can be written as 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial. How will you write? 5 into 4 divided by 2 factorial. Then, how will you write 10C2? 10 into 9 divided by 2 factorial. Then, how will you write 11C3? 11C3 is nothing but 11 into 10 into 9 divided by 3 factorial. 3 factorial is how much, people? 6. Now the next question. That is 100C7. 100 into 99 into 98 into then 97 into 96 into 95 94 divided by what? 7 factorial. Likewise, you can write it. Okay, remember this basic thing. Okay, I hope everyone knows this. Pakka. Now, I am going to talk about Indian team. Right now, India has 15 players. Okay, 15 cricketers are selected for the 2020 World Cup. We are having the finals, right? Yes. Now, we need to choose 11 people from this 15 given cricketers. Now, how many ways I can select 11 players from 15 players? Answer is 15C11. Okay, with that I am going to change the pattern of question, or I am going to talk you about or give you a shortcut part. 15C11 can be written as 15C 15 minus 11, or it can be written as what? 15C4. In general, 15C11 can be written as 15C4, so that the math became easy for you. Now my next question. 7C6 can be written as what? 7 minus 6, which is how much? 7C1. Now, 7C7 is how much? 7C7 is how much? 1. So, in general, we have some formulas you should know about. These are the formulas. NC0 is equal to how much? 1. Then, NC1 is how much? N. Then, NCN is how much? 1. Then, NCR can be written as NCN minus R. That's how we wrote 15C11 is equal to 15C4. Now, this identity is called as Pascal's identity. Based on this identity, there were 2 questions in the previous year. Now, that is very simple identity. That is NCR. For example, I will write 5C2 plus 5C. R minus 1 means 2 minus 1. That is 5C1 is equal to N plus 1. Instead of N, who is sitting here? 5. So, 6C2 will be the answer. So there is an identity based on that. Make a note of it. There was a question based on this in the previous year. Okay, I'll show you that question also. Now, NCR plus NC R minus 1 can be written as N plus 1 CR. Now, the question based on that Pascal's identity. Have a look at it. 15C3 plus 15C13 is equal to how much is the question? People, looking at this, randomly I am not getting any answer. Correct? So I can change the value. 15C3 can be written as what? 15C12 plus 15C 13 is equal to how much is the question? If you ask me, 15C 13 can be written first. Why? Because we want the higher number first. Then plus 15C R minus 1. That is how much? 12. That can be written as what? 15 plus 1. C how much? C 13, which is equal to 16C 13. 16C 13 can be written as 16C 3. Which option is the right answer? Option A is the right answer. Understood the method? So that is an application of which identity? Pascal's identity. Or how will you solve this? You will find the value of this using your calculator and all. You will find the value. Then you will option hit. Which option is giving you the same answer? Or you can use that method. Two methods are there. Whichever is comfortable for you, follow that. Okay. Now, get me the answer of this question. Get me. Very easy question. 18CR is equal to 18CR plus 2. Then find the value of 18C5. People, this is not at all required. We don't even want it. They randomly gave it so that you will start finding R and all. You will get confused. That is not required. We just need to find what? 18C5. 18C5 is how much? 18 into 17 into 16 into 15 into 14 divided by what factorial? 5 factorial. 5 factorial is how much is it? 120. Write that over here. Use calculator. Tell me what is the answer. None of this, right? How much are you getting? Some bigger value you are getting. Anyway, it is not part of any of it. Okay. Yes. Next question, people. Have a look at this. Basic questions. A fruity basket or a fruit basket contain 7 apples, 6 bananas, 4 mangoes. 7 apples are there, 6 bananas are there, 4 mangoes are there. How many selection of 3 fruits can be made so that 3 are apples? People, now first question I will ask you is, can I select apple from bananas? No. Can I select apple from mangoes? No. I can only select apple from what? Apple. Now people, how many apples are there in total? 7. How many I should choose? So answer is what? 7C3. 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 3 factorial. So answer is how much? 35 ways. Are you getting the logic? This logic is very important because otherwise probability and all we will sit and cry. Okay, that time probability there is requirement of this. Okay. Now look at this next question. A business house wishes to simultaneously elevate 2 of its 6 branch heads. In how many ways this elevation can take place or this promotion can take place? People, from 6 people, I want to elevate or I want to promote how many people? 2. That means from 6, I should choose 2. How many ways it can be done? 6 into 5 divided by 2, which is equal to how much? 15. 2 factorial is how much? 2. 3 factorial is how much? 6. Then 3 factorial is 6. 5 factorial is how much? 120. Remember that. 8 factorial is how much? 40,320. Okay. Now I am going to take you to the World Cup final. Okay. Where is the World Cup final happening? It is happening in a which stadium? Ahmedabad stadium, right? So we will use this color because the stadium is full of this color. Now, stadium is in which shape? Circular shape. Correct? Circular shape. Correct? Anyone is having doubt over that? There it is anyway, circular. Okay. Now, tomorrow, Indian captain Surya Kumar Yadav is there. Yes. Then who is the New Zealand captain? I don't know. I forgot. Yes. Then India is playing against New Zealand only, right? Yes. Again, New Zealand captain is coming into the picture. Both of them are there. And they will be coming to the center of the stadium. Okay. For the toss. Now you think about how many players are there in each team. There are in total 11 players from each team. Correct. 11 players are there in each team. We need to find the number of handshakes they are going to. If everyone is shaking hands with everyone else, how many handshakes are there? The number of handshakes is what the formula? NC2. Okay, that is one case. Now, I am going to ask you another question. In this entire World Cup, if each team was playing against another team for one time, the total number of matches which can be played is also how much? NC2. Number of handshakes is NC2. Number of matches is how much? NC2. Now I will check with respect to this question with respect to circle. People, stadium is in which shape? The circular shape. You know, you have heard about chord. Chord means if I join 2 points in a circle, I'll get a chord. If I join randomly 2 points, I'll get chord. Now, the number of chords which can be formed using n points of a circle is also what? NC2. So, we studied how many formulas? 3 formulas just by using the example of what? Tomorrow's cricket match or today's cricket match. Are you getting the point? The number of handshakes, if 50 people are there, 50 people are there, how many handshakes will be there? 50 C2. That means 50 into 49 divided by 2. Now, I'll change the question. There are 50 points in a circle. How many chords can be formed from that? 50 C2. Same thing. Now, I'll change. There are 20 teams in a group. They need to play against each other for one time. How many matches will be played? 50 C2. That is the way. Got the point of NC2? That is written over here, people. So, number of matches played by n teams. 1 match per pair. How much is it? NC2. Then number of handshakes among n people. NC2. Then number of chords in a circle formed by n points. That is how much? NC2. Okay. That's how you will remember. Otherwise, you will be like, hey, what is there? What is that happening? Yeah, now you will remember the cricket match. Even if India win or India lose. Okay. Now, number of, if each team plays 2 matches against each other. If they are playing how many matches against each other? 2 matches against each other. Against every other team, the number of matches will be how much? 2 into NC2. Okay, you need to multiply the NC2 with what? 2. Why are we multiplying with 2? Because we are playing 2 matches against each other or every other. Now, one question, random question I want to ask you. Have a look at this question. Try to solve it for me, people. 6 points are there on a circle. Okay, how many points are there in total? 6 points are there in a circle. The number of quadrilaterals formed is the question. The number of what? Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means what? 4-sided polygon is called as quadrilateral. Is square a polygon? Yes. Is square a quadrilateral? Yes. Now, is a rectangle a quadrilateral? Yes. Is a parallelogram a quadrilateral? Yes. Is a trapezium a quadrilateral? Yes. But you don't need to remember all these things. Remember square. So then parallelogram also you can remember. Parallelogram is what? Opposite sides will be parallel to each other. Okay. Yes. Now, tell me. Tell me the answer. Okay. We will check. Now, 6 points are there. How many points are there? 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points are there in total. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to join, for example, I am joining these 4 points in order to get a quadrilateral. Okay. I am joining these 4 points to get a quadrilateral. I am joining these 4, okay, these 4 points to get a quadrilateral. Or I am joining these 4 points to get a quadrilateral. People, I have 6 points in total. Okay, I have how many points? 6 points in total. Then from 6 points, I should choose how many points? 4 points. So it will be what? 6C4, which is equal to kitna? 6C2. That is nothing but 6 into 5 divided by 2. Answer is how much? 15. Logic is clear? Now, what if they wanted to create a 5-sided polygon? 6C5. What if they want to create a 2-sided polygon? Is it possible? 2-sided polygon is possible or? No. Yes. Are you getting the point? Everyone understood this? Yes. Next one, people. Get me the answer for this. How 6C2? Yes. How 6C4 became 6C2? You tell me. 6C4 can be written as NCR can be written as what? NCR can be written as NC N minus R. So 6C4 can be written as 6C. 6 minus 4 is how much? 6C2. That's how it became. Okay. Yes, perfect. Get me the answer. Yes, number of ways of shaking hands in a group of 10 persons. Shaking hands with each other is how much? How many handshakes are there is the question. Yes. Answer is NC2, which will be how much? 10C2. 10C2 is what? 10 into 9 divided by 2, which is equal to how much? Somebody told 90. Did someone tell 90? Oh, okay, fine. You got the answer right? Yes, fine. You want the calculator, right? Please use it. Yeah, can we go for the next one? Yes, have a look here. The number of triangles formed using n points where m are collinear. What do you mean by collinear, people? We have studied in school. What do you mean by collinear? Yeah, points lying on a straight line. For example, I am drawing a line here. Now there are few points, okay? Few points are there. Then there are some other points which are in red color. Whoever is lying on that straight line is called as what? Collinear points. Are you getting the point? Collinear points means if they lie in a single straight line, then they are called as what? Collinear points. Now, number of triangles formed using n points where m are collinear. The formula is NC3 minus MC3. Why are we choosing 3 points? Any point? Because we require three points to join and form a triangle. That's why we are taking 3 points. Now, randomly I am drawing some points. Randomly, some points I am just putting here. Now I can randomly join any of the 3 points and form a rectangle, right? Sorry, triangle, right? Randomly I can join. This is possible. This is possible. This is possible. Then this is possible. But while I draw the triangle, you would have seen that when I draw this triangle, automatically another point is getting mixed up. If you ask me, one point is already getting repeated. That's why we are reducing this MC3. When they lie on a straight line, right, we need to reduce this M collinear point formed triangles. That's why we are reducing this NC3 minus MC3. Now the first question, people. Find the number of triangles formed using 6 points where 3 are collinear. 6 points where 3 are collinear. 6C3 minus 3C3. 6C3 is how much? 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 6 minus 3C3 is how much? 1. So, cancel it. 20 minus 1 is equal to how much? 19. Got it, people? Understood this? Yes. Now, number of straight lines formed from n points where m are collinear. Okay. Now, the formula is what? NC2 minus MC2 plus 1. That is the formula. There were questions based on this in the previous year. Based on all these formulas, there were questions in the previous year. Okay. Now the most important formula. Have a look at this. I will prove this formula right in front of you. Okay. The number of quadrilaterals or parallelograms formed by n parallel lines intersecting m parallel lines. Okay, what do you mean by that? N parallel lines intersecting m parallel lines. So if for example there are two parallel lines, which color you want? Red. Okay, two parallel lines are there. Assume that they are parallel. My drawing is not that great. Now, two parallel lines are intersecting another two parallel lines. Okay, another two parallel lines. Okay, now you tell me how many quadrilaterals are formed up? Only one quadrilateral is formed, right? Yes, only one square or one parallelogram is formed over here, not more than that, correct? Now we will check with the formula. Two parallel lines intersecting another two parallel lines. 2c2 into 2c2 is how much? 2c2 is how much? 1. 1 into 1 is how much? Big one now? Only single one. Okay, 1. So how many parallelograms are formed? One parallelogram is formed. People, think about it. What if it is intersecting with three parallel lines? Two are formed. Okay, based on that you can accordingly you can do it, but questions will, this is a random example, but you can actually prove the question based on the question. You can directly use the formula and get the answer, nc2 into mc2. Now final one, number of diagonals in a polygon with n side is how much? nc2 minus n, where n is the number of sides. Okay, yes, that is the final formula. Based on that you can solve this question. A polygon has 44 diagonals. How many diagonals are there? 44 diagonals are there. Then the number of its sides are how much is the question. The number of its sides. Please solve it for me. Get me the answer. Get me the answer. We know that diagonal ka formula is nc2 minus n, which is equal to how much here? 44. Now, what is the easiest way of getting the answer? Option hit. Try option one by one. Get me the answer. Try option D. Okay. 11c2 is how much? 11c2 is 11 into 10 divided by 2, which is equal to how much? 55. Minus 11, which is equal to how much? 44, which is equal to our right hand side. So which option is the right answer? Option D is the right answer. Solve this for me. Come on, do it. Solve this. Hmm? 90, yeah? We'll see. How many parallelograms can be formed from the set of 6 parallel lines intersecting 4 parallel lines? 6c, how much? 6c2 into 4c2, which is equal to how much? 6 into 5 divided by 2 into 4 into 3 divided by 2. Cancel things and get me the answer. How much is the answer? 9. Option C. Okay. Now the next question is over here. Which one I'll take down? Solve this for me. Please solve it. Come on. I'll give you 10 minutes. So, 10 seconds. Yes. Please solve it. Out of 7 boys and 4 girls, a team of debate club of 5 is to be chosen. Choosing is coming into the picture. Selection is coming into the picture. That means it is a question based on what? our combination itself. The number of such teams that that each team includes at least one girl is the question. At least one girl means what? One or more girls should be there no matter what. That is the condition. Now, I'll show you in two methods. First method I'll show you, that is the more logical method. I'll show you the case 1. At least one girl means one girl should be there, and how many boys should be there? 4 boys should be there. Or case 2. 2 girls should be there, and how many boys should be there? 3 boys. Or case 3. How much are there? 3 girls and 2 boys. Or case 4. 4 girls, 1 boy. Correct? And 1 boy. Now you tell me, can there be 5 girls and 0 boys? No. Maximum is how much? 4 girls. There are not more than 4 girls. Now you tell me. 1 girl should be selected from 4 girls. That can be done in how many ways? 4C1 ways. Into 4 boys should be selected from 7 boys. 7C4. Or means what? Plus. 2 girls should be selected from 4 girls. 4C2. And 3 boys should be selected from 7 boys. Then 4C3 into 7C2. Or 4C4 into 7C1. If you use the values, use your calculator, you will get the answer within few seconds. Okay, this is one way of solving it. Okay, yes. And how much is the answer? 441. Can anyone suggest me the other method? Yes, tell me the other method. 11C5 minus 7C4. Correct. Now, here in this question, they are telling the team such that each team includes at least 1 girl. Minimum 1 girl should be there. That is the condition. Correct? So I can say that can also be written in another way. Or total selection minus, there will always be total number of selection, right? From that total selection, I am reducing selections in which at least 1 means 1 or more, right? What is at least 1 ka opposite will be what? Less than 1. At selections in which 0 girls are selected. 0 girls are selected. Total selection is how much? We need to select 5 people from how many people in total? From 11 people. So 11C5 minus from 7 boys. 0 girls are selected means all of them are boys. All 5 are boys. So 7C5 we need to reduce. You will get the answer. Just use calculator. Very easy question. This should be the approach in the future. Okay. First one is a more logical approach. Second one is the shortcut way of getting it. Okay. Yes. Understood. Manasilayo. Samjaya. Arthamaita. Purinjida. Yes. Every time it is coming like that. Previously it was not like that. Online, everyone got it? Alfred, you understood? Harini, got it? Naveen, got it? Rajaram, you got it? Rajaram, you told that you will meet me today, right? For the plan? Yes. Study plan you want, right? Okay, fine. Next one, try to solve this. In how many ways can a selection of 6 out of 4 teachers and 8 students can be done so that it include at least 2 teachers? 2 teachers should be their minimum. So 2 teachers and how many students? 4 students. Then or 3 teachers and how many students? 3 students. Or 4 teachers and how many students? And 2 students. Directly you can write it. Because in total we require how many people? 6 people. Now you tell me 2 teachers can be selected from 4 teachers in how many ways? 4C2. And means into. then 8C4 plus 4C3 and 8C3 or 4C4 and 8C2. Substitute the values, get the answer. 4C2 is how much now? 4 into 3 divided by 2 into 8C4 is how much? 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 4 factorial is kitna? How much? 24 plus 4C3 is how much? 4C1. 4C1 is how much? 4 into 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 3 factorial is how much? 6 plus 4C4 is how much now? Into 8C2 is how much? 8 into 7 divided by 2. Use calculator, get me the answer. Use memory calculation. Don't go for cancelling and all. It will take another 10 seconds maybe for some people. So just use calculator. How to use calculator? 4 into 3 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. Divide by 2. Divide by 24. Then click what? M plus. Okay. Then click M plus. Then here also 4 into 8. Here you can directly cancel. 4 into 8 into 7. Then click what? M plus. Then 8 into 7 divided by 2. Click M plus. Finally click what? MRC. You will get the answer. How much is the answer, people? 672. How much is the answer? 672. Okay. Yes. Now, 53rd question, everyone can have a look. A bag contains 4 red, 3 black and 2 white balls. In how many ways can 3 balls be drawn from this bag so that they include at least 1 black ball? At least minimum 1 black ball should be there. So shortcut we can use, that is nothing but total selection minus 0 selection with 0 black. Okay, total selection is how much? How many we need to select? 3 balls are to be selected. From how many balls? In total how many are there? 9 balls are there. 9C3 minus 0 black ball means what? How many black balls are there? How many 3 black balls are there? 0 black ball means we should select from 4 red and 2 white. That means 6C3. That's your answer. 9C3 is how much? 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 6 minus 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 6. Use calculator. Get me the answer. 64 is the answer. Everyone got 64? Any other answer? Are you getting it? Any doubt? Please tell me. Okay. So people, these are the type of questions which will come for examination. Okay. Yes. Want a complicated one or an easy one? Complicated one. Yes, fine. Solve this, people. I'll be happy if you solve this. Try to solve this. Anyway, in this time of World Cup, this is a very good question to be asked. Yes. Try, people. Try. Final question. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Rajaram. Perfect. Yes. Use our formula, people. Think about Suryakumar Yadav and the New Zealand captain walking down to the pitch. How many matches they are going to play? NC2 matches. But there are different stages and all. Yes. So how to differentiate permutation and combination? The basic thing is what? Selection is involved. Combination. Then that anyway I'll discuss after this. Okay. After this question I'll discuss that. So that everyone will have a clarity. Yes. In the next World Cup, there will be 12 teams. Okay. What is happening now? 12 teams are there in the next World Cup. divided equally into two groups. Divided equally into two groups means what? Group 1 will have 6 teams. Group 2 will have 6 teams. That is the given thing. Teams of each group will play matches against one another. From each group, 3 top teams will be qualifying for the next round. In this round, each team will play against each other. Likewise, you should solve. First of all, think about the group stage. We need to consider the group stage. In group stage, each group is having how many teams? 6 teams. So, 6 teams will play how many matches? 6C2 matches. And in the second group, they will be playing how many matches? 6C2 matches they will be playing. Now, 6C2 is how much? 6C2 is how much? 15. Another 6C2 is how much? That is also 15. Now, my question is, people, will and come into the picture or come into the picture? Yeah, both are independent of each other. So we will not talk about what and over here. We will think about or. That means 6C2 plus 6C2. How many matches are there? 30 matches are there. Okay, now group stage is done. In group stage, how many matches are played? 30 matches. Now people, from each group, 3 top teams will qualify for the next round. Okay, from each group, 3 is coming means in total how many are there? 6 teams will be there in the next round. I will write next round. In the next round, in this round, each team will play against each other. Each other means we will only consider one time they are playing. So 6C2, which is equal to how much? 6 into 4 divided by 2, which is 15. That is happening in the next round. Now, 4 top teams from this round qualify for the semi-final. Okay, in semi-final what happens? 4 teams are there. Okay, where each team will play against each other once. So 4 teams playing each other once. 4C2. How much is 4C2? 6. So we got that also. Top 2 teams of this round go to the final round. Okay, top 2 teams are going to the final round, where they will play best of 3. So what they will do? Best of 3. 3 matches will be played and the best of 3 will be considered. Now the question is, very important word, the minimum number. Okay, the minimum number of matches in the next World Cup will be how much? People, if it should be minimum, in final how many matches should happen? 2 matches only should happen. It should not happen. 3 matches should not happen. To keep it minimum. That is the keyword. Minimum is the keyword. Otherwise, we would have gone with the normal way itself. Since the question is given minimum, we should say that 2 matches will only happen in the final. Now, in total, how much is there? 30 plus 15 plus 6 plus 2, which is equal to how much? 53 matches are there. Option B is your answer. I hope you got it. Very good question, right? Yes, very logical question. But think about it. First time, if you are seeing this question inside exam hall, it will be difficult for you. Now, at least the logical side is there for you now. Yes. Now, something that can come, may come, or may not come. It was never in the past. Very less chance of coming in the future also. The question will be like this. Sum of 4-digit numbers formed from n digits. That means if randomly n digits are given in the question, we need to find the sum of the 4-digit numbers formed. How to find the sum? There is a shortcut for that. That is very easy. In order to find a 4-digit number ka sum of the digits. What are the sum of the digits? 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 into n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 is nothing but here we need to form a 4-digit number, right? Sorry, from 4 digits we are forming it, right? 4 minus 1 is how much? 3 factorial into 111. People, if the question is for 5 digit, this 111 will become what? 11111. If it is like for 6 digit, it will become 111 111. That means 6 ones will be there. What if the question is for 7 digit. 7 ones will be there. Other than that, everything is same. Make a note of it. What if they ask? Rare case, but still, we want to just consider that. Yes. How much is the answer for this? Please tell me. 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is how much, people? 7, 12, 18. Yes. 11, 19, 18. How much is the answer? 90? 88 or 80? 88. That's your answer. Likewise, one more question is given there that you can have a look later. Now, people, I will just revise the entire chapter one more time. Permutation means what? Permutation means whenever they are asking for arrangements, we are talking about permutation. Then, when we are talking about selection, combination is when we are talking about selection. Then, when will we know that the question is based on permutation? Randomly, I'll take you to a question. Okay. Random question I'm going to take you to. Look here. Out of 4 gents and 6 ladies, a committee is to be formed. Find the number of ways the committee is formed such that it comprises of at least 2 gents. And the number of ladies should be at least double the number of gents. People, are we talking about arrangement here? We are talking about forming a committee, forming a team. Then selection is involved. That means it is a question based on what? Combination. Now I will randomly take you to another question, which is given over here. Find the number of arrangements. Directly they are giving arrangement. Arrangement means no matter what, it should be what? Permutation based question. If you look here, how many ways 6 women and 6 men be seated? Seated means we are talking about what? Arrangement. That means it is a question based on permutation. Now I will show you something in this particular case. Look here. 8 chairs are numbered from 1 to 8. 2 women and 3 men are seated by allowing 1 chair for each. First, the woman choose the chair. Choose the chair means she is selecting the chair. Numbered from 1 to 4. Then the men select the chair from the remaining. The number of possible arrangement is how much is the question. People, here, why are they choosing this chair? Why are they choosing the chair now? To sit. First of all, people, this is a question which is combining both permutation and combination together. Okay, now look here. We need to talk about 2 women and 3 men are there to be seated, allowing 1 for each. First, the woman choose the chair. Women can choose from how many chairs? 1 to 4. That means they can choose from 4 chairs. And how many women are there? 2. After choosing, they should sit, right? 4C2 into 2 women can sit in how many number of ways now? 2 factorial ways or 2p2 ways. That is the first case. Now we need to talk about the men. After women choose 2 chairs, how many chairs are remaining now? 6 chairs are remaining. From 6 chairs, men can, how many men are there? They will choose 3 chairs. After choosing 3 chairs, how many ways they will sit? 3 factorial ways they will sit. Now, you need to get me the answer. Now, you should tell me, is it or and? Read the question. First, the woman choose the chair from the chairs numbered from 1 to 4. And then the men select. That means we should multiply it. You will get the answer. How much is the answer, people? 4p2 into 6p3. How much is it? 4c3. 4c2 is how much? That is nothing but 4 into 3 divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial multiplied with 4 into 5 into 4 divided by 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Cancel, cancel. What is the remaining? Remaining things you multiply and tell me how much is the answer. 1440. So I shown you one question based on both. Okay. But I'll tell you another simple thing. We will not, in exam point of view, this method is not much important. Why? Because people, they are selecting it. Actually, when we select it, when we rearrange, then factorials, 2 factorial and 2 factorial will anyway get cancelled off. 3 factorial and 3 factorial will get anyway cancelled off. So directly you can talk about arrangement directly. So 4p2 into 6p3 will also give you the same answer. That also works out. Okay. So these are the different types of question, people. You can see from combination. So what I want you to do today is solve the workbook. There are very good, beautiful questions there based on passwords, based on key, lock and key. Likewise, different questions are there. Solve the workbook today and come with the doubt. Okay? That link I will share. Okay, I'll share the entire playlist of that. Okay? Fine. Done. You can start solving today. Okay then, people. That's all for your combination. Monday we will be discussing our direction test. Okay, we will have a revision of that. Fine. Then see you guys. Bye bye. Take care. Tata. Yes.